wrong with her that wasn't really wrong with her.
That's right. And I don't
And
agree
that's
with
what I
you
got from
either.
you today, Bree, is you showed the proof, like you told me you were going to do in the messages. I came on the live, I watched it, I listened, I hear what you had to say, and you're right. Girl, the way that you have, will stop, because the girl isn't even on social media anymore, and they're constantly making content about her. She did what everybody wanted her to do. Why do you guys keep talking about her?
I really appreciate you, Mary. Like, I'm telling you, like, this shit makes me cry. Because, like, I know I know the messages we had, and, like, I get very emotional when people can come up here and finally listen to me. It is something that I fight for a lot, and it's because Gypsy's a human being. It's not even because she's my friend. It's because she's a human being. So I appreciate you for being open-minded and being able to come to the live and just listen. I never, ever will condone what she did. It wasn't right. She shouldn't have went about it that way. At that time, that's what Gypsy thought was her only option. And it's over with. I mean, it's not we can go back. Trust me, back in time and just be a friend for Gypsy, I would. I wish that I would have known Gypsy then. I wish that I could have been there and helped her through this, but I wasn't. None of us were. So really, it means a lot to me that you haven't said what you said, because a lot of people come up in here and they just listen to respond rather than to listen and learn. So I really appreciate you that I have a lot for you to be able to do that.
Respect for you too, because you take a lot of hate for doing what you're doing, and what you're doing isn't wrong. Gypsy's back was against the wall. I'm sorry. And when you really look at it, I mean, I probably can't say that I went to my abuser if I had no way to get out. She had no way. Nick had a fantasy. He fulfilled his fantasy, and in him filling his fantasy, she was harmed too. In those messages, she was literally basically begging him to have mercy on her. Like, can you just be gentle with me? So she was scared. You got to think about, she had a childlike mind, because she was raised like she was a little girl her whole life. Like, she mentally wasn't all there, just like Nick Godejohn isn't all there either. Neither is she.
Yes, thank you for seeing the messages like that, because that's one thing when I read them. A lot of people just listen to creators and they'll pull up one text message and without context, and it changes everything. But if you read them back to back, that she's trying her hardest to be, like, she even says she uses Ruby to keep her numb and to keep her focused. Like, and she's saying, like, well, you like do this, how nervous she is. And a lot of people don't read them back to back like they should be read, and a lot of people don't see the fear that's coming out of these text messages in her. And I just don't get it sometimes. But I think it's because people just come on here and they just listen to other creators, without seeing anything, or they see one. Because I will show these and people still will be like, no. And I'm like, how can you not see it? She's literally asking, will you do this so I won't be traumatized? It's sad. And
It made me cry almost reading it. Like,
yeah, it did. I cried when I read it, when she said, I hope you love me, not just Ruby. Because one of the videos that the police transcribed as Gypsy apologizing to him for getting upset with him because she told him it seems like all you want is smacks, and not, but nobody wants to read those videos or see those. And it seems like it's because this is the thing, y'all. And this is what I've been trying to say. Like, everybody's like, oh, you make money off of this. I do not make money off of this. I can promise you that I don't. Being a pro Gypsy creator does not make you money. I can promise you that. And that's the thing. That are anti-Gypsy, they don't, I'm just being honest. Most of the creators, I'm not going to say any names, but most of them, they're what's going to confirm what people want to believe, so it continues to make them money. That's just, it is what it is. And I always will. I mean, I do have empathy for Nick. He was raised, like, his upbringing has a lot to do with who he is, and he didn't get a lot of help, and neither did Gypsy. I read this thing on here the other day, Sue Barlow, and this was a friend of Dee Dee's, and this was 15, she met them 15 years ago, but from the time of the crime, which means when Gypsy was 15 years before that, so she was like, so that would have been 2010, so she'd have been 9 years old. And she's saying that Gypsy he was always capable of getting up and leaving. And I'm like, what? You knew her when she was a child. How can you say that? Like, so she knew that Gypsy could walk. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't you say anything? And I'm not blaming Sue or anybody. They saw her walk. And when she would drop to the floor, when Dee Dee would walk into the room, well, if that's the case, like, you can't be mad now when you didn't do anything then. And a lot of people failed. A lot of people failed her, just like a lot of people failed Nick, is the point in me saying that. They both fell through the cracks. They both didn't get the help they needed. When Nick was found at McDonald's watching grape corn, why didn't you do something about it? Because watching that kind of corn, y'all, can fuck up your brain. It really can. It can rewire the way that you look at things when it comes to relationships. I'm not saying I'm against corn. I mean, I don't care if you watch it. I'm just saying grape corn can really F a person's mind up of what their reality is when it comes to schmecks or relationships. And it did that for Nick, for sure. Because Nick, now I don't know about still to this day, but I know in 2019, he was still talking about that kind of stuff. Like, grape is something that he's so, like, it's a big thing in his life. Like, he's really, like, into that. And that's not healthy, you know, to be into that, obviously. And, yeah, a lot of people think that Nick was a savior when really Nick was living out a fantasy. And if you just read the messages, you would see that. Or if you watch his trial, which I'm wondering, I guess I might start it today. So if anybody's in here. Oh, but again, Mary, thank you so much for coming up and saying that. That means a lot to me. I'm on my live. I can show you. It's hard to do it over messages because you can't see pictures. Come on, Jax. But I appreciate you a lot. Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. Okay, my dog. He's so annoying. I love him.
Can I say something, Bree?
Yes, ma'am.
You people, I mean, not you people, I didn't mean to say that, is to understand that, look at it this way. Gypsy ran into an online predator. Think about it that way. And we all know there are such things as online predators. She just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. What woman? We're not saying that what Dee Dee did, what happened was right, Peggy. I don't understand your question. Can someone think about this woman, the pain she went through? Who are you speaking about? Dee Dee or Gypsy? Well, I gotta be.